Welcome back to the EnterpriseJoy Podcast, Enterprise Strategies for Leaders in Under 5 Minutes. I'm Vishal, your mover and shaker to the operational gears that make leadership flexibility practical. This week, we have been talking about strategic flexibility in uncertain times, and today we shift focus from the who to the how. Because no matter how visionary your leadership is, if your systems are stuck, you're not going anywhere. So let's decode the operational enablers that turn strategic flexibility from a mindset into a machine. And first up is the IT, the nervous system of your organization. Every leader has had that moment where a bold pivot meets a blank stare from tech. Even the most adaptive leader can't turn the wheel if the vehicle doesn't respond. And turning it off and on again doesn't work all the time. A large-scale empirical study involving 322 firms across sectors confirmed that firms with flexible IT systems consistently outperform peers on adaptability and innovation. And it's not just about the size. A 2022 study of over 400 SMEs in Saudi Arabia found that unless organizations had big data analytics capabilities woven into the IT fabric, the leadership flexibility hit a ceiling. It's not enough to have the data. You need to have systems that make the data usable in time, in context, and in motion. So if your dashboard takes 12 clicks to load or workflows break the moment you shift teams, your strategy isn't slow. It's your tech stack. The next frontier would be supply chains, where strategy hits the ground. If IT is the nervous system, your supply chain is the circulatory system, the path through which value actually moves. And in uncertain times, clogs in this system can cost you. A healthcare sector study post-COVID revealed a critical truth that resilience in supply chains isn't about being robust, it's about being fluid. The best performing organizations, designed for redundancy, invested in collaborative supplier relationships, and relied on real-time information sharing to respond to demand surges and logistical disruptions. Another study from Indonesia's manufacturing sector showed that companies that actively integrated their supply chain partners saw significant improvements in both resilience and innovation throughput. Lastly, and possibly the most underrated pulse of your organization, internal alignment. It's tempting to think of alignment as just OKRs and dashboards, but real alignment is emotional. Studies on high-performance work systems consistently show that firms where employees feel empowered, understand the why behind the decisions, and are measured in line with strategy, they tend to exhibit higher strategic flexibility, especially under pressure. And it's not just about setting goals, it's about communication density. Too much top-down noise and your team gets foggy. Too little and they go blind. So let's translate all this into something that you can do today. First, audit your IT reflexes. Can your team move from dev to production in minutes, or does it take a ticket and a prayer? Identify one process to automate or modularize this month. Second, stress test your supply chain. Map your current dependencies and then run a DMDU that we discussed in episode 27. Like what happens when one key supplier goes unresponsive for 30 days. Step 3, align with intent. Review the last 3 team meetings or updates. Were they driving clarity or just checking boxes? Try reformatting one session next week to focus on intent versus the status. Without these enablers, even the most flexible strategies become parked ideas. And when things break, it won't be the vision or the leadership that was stalled, it'll be the invisible levers no one noticed weren't built to bend. But once you start tuning these, once your operations breathe with the same flexibility you expect from your people, that's when flexibility becomes a default. Tomorrow, we'll close this week's theme with a Saturday wrap-up episode. I'll walk you through a strategic flexibility framework, one that brings together everything we have explored this week, the leadership behaviors, decision loops, and today's operational enablers into one usable playbook. Until then, I'm Vishal, and this is the EnterpriseJoy Podcast, Enterprise Strategies for Leaders in Under 5 Minutes. Tune your enablers today. I'll see you tomorrow.